Rep the South Side whenever you pay with your White Sox debit card from Wintrust Community Banks and score perks like free ATMs, no monthly fees, and a $300 opening bonus. Pay with pride every time with Wintrust, Chicago's bank.
Hey everybody, it's Chuck Garfien. Welcome to another edition of the White Sox Podcast, brought to you by Wintrust, Chicago's bank. Show your team pride with the White Sox debit card. Get yours at wintrust.com/Sox. Member FDIC, EHL lender. All right, on the podcast today, this is a great conversation with one of the great stories and comeback stories in all of Major League Baseball. It is a conversation with Miguel Vargas, who, as we all know, struggled big time after the White Sox acquired him from the Dodgers last year. And even in April of this year, those struggles continued. I speak with Miguel about the player that he is today, the player he was last year, and why, he had something to prove to himself, to his teammates, and to you, White Sox fans, this year. We talk about leadership, the kind of player he wants to be in the major leagues, the kind of team he thinks this team can be. Also, what it would mean to him to make the All-Star team. Can you imagine if that was to happen this year? All that and more coming up. It's a conversation with Miguel Vargas on the White Sox Podcast. Here we go. All right, I'm here with Miguel Vargas. Miguel, did you take the field this year with something to prove?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I've been, this is my second year in here, and then obviously I have so much expectation from me and for the team. And, obviously last year wasn't what we always expect. But, I think become this year, getting refresh our mind and, coming here this year, I want to prove them, I'm allowed to play in this league. And, thank God we've been doing decent.
Yeah, so the trade happens, you come over here, and you had to be saying to yourself, to the fans and to your teammates, this is not me.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously the first impression wasn't what I want to do, and was a hard time, obviously. But having my teammates, all the coaches talking to me, and they make me believe on myself, especially my family always. Believe in myself, and that's something that I want to come here this year and prove it.
Yeah, I want to talk a lot about this year. Just how tough was it for you? What was like the low point for you last year?
Well, it's hard to say in front of camera, but it was a hard time for me. Especially being on the field and don't be able to at least go out there and compete for your teammates and for yourself too. And it was hard time, but especially after the year get over, I went home, spent time with my family, and kind of see from other point of view what I want to do, and got a fresh air, I guess, and spend a lot of time in the gym, and be ready for this season.
Yeah, what would you tell Miguel Vargas of last year?
Oh, I think that last year helped me a lot to become to this year, especially early this season. I wasn't, doing too much either, and especially I was thinking about, this cannot happen. The same thing happened to me last year, so my mind was like just, we already passed this, and I wanna be able to move on and put on the field what I was working on the off season, and have the result right away when I do some adjustment was huge for me.
We've heard a little bit about the adjustment, but can you kind of just take us through how it all came about?
Wasn't like big adjustment, I think. I remember we in Minnesota, and then the hitting coaches was waiting for me on the catch. I was like, I'm in trouble right now. And they talked to me a little bit, and we get in the point, and okay, let's do something different, because I feel at this point it's not working. Anything is working right now. So we talk about it, and then right away at night I got 2 hits, and I'm like, this might be work, and I believe it and trust it, and thank God we have a better result now.
Was it as simple as just moving your hands up, or was there more to it?
It was that simple. It was that simple. Just move my hand a little bit up, and be able to attack more direct the fastball. I think that was it. I feel was more the impact of that than just the adjustment. The adjustment I feel that was just a little bit, and the result was huge.
What did it allow you to do? What does it allow you to do?
What's allowed me to be more, like I said before, more direct to the fastball and batter with them more, because I feel especially in this league, when you miss, you probably get 2 good pitches to hit in a day. So if you miss it, it's hard to get another good pitch. And I was just focused and be able to hit the pitch that I want to.
We say on the show a lot, 𝗦𝗫cy and I, we think it was the hand change and the better weather.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the weather, especially the weather, was a big helper for me, because I remember we went to California for playing in Sacramento, and was good weather, better weather. And I remember I was like, oh, this is so good. Watching, especially watching teams play under the roof. They playing with a teacher and nothing under the jersey, and we here at 40 degrees playing raining. A night game was a little tough, but sometimes you have to go out there and compete and try to do your best.
So I'm learning a lot about you as a player, as a competitor, and there's one play that sticks out in my mind right now. When you were in Toronto, you delivered a big hit, and I saw you immediately look into the dugout. Yeah. And you wanted to let your teammates know something. What were you trying to communicate to them? We've
been having tough series. I think we've been a little bit inconsistent. We've been playing so many good games this year than we used to win. And then I feel sometimes it's just baseball, how baseball goes. And sometimes we kind of shut it down a little bit, because you try every single day and you never get the result that you want. It's kind of like, oh, like what else we can do? And at that point, I remember we come from here. I think we get swiped by the Cardinals after play really good series in Texas and Houston, and we don't get any win. It was really tough. So that day, I just want to win the series, and let the guys know. Then we have to keep pushing and keep working, and until the last out of the game. I feel, I'm here because I'm playing this game because I want to win, and nothing else for me is matter more than that. And especially for this group, then we're learning how to win games. That's the priority for us, because it's so much talent, and I feel that's the switch we have to make only, and trying to win more games. That's gotta be the huge thing for us.
Yeah. That sounds like leadership to me. Are you trying to be, or do you want to be, one of the leaders on this team?
I mean, I that's for me. I'm just trying to help my team as much as I can, and help my team as much as I can, and being there for everybody here, because I know how tough this game is. And then I think that the leadership is something that your teammates put on you. You don't have to really force it, and I feel like I'm just here for help my team and my teammates to win.
I've seen you a few times after losses, and I'm not saying it doesn't affect guys throughout the clubhouse, but it does seem to affect you more.
I feel I probably take it a little bit more, just because I was the little brother. I have 5 other brothers, and loss against them every time was a little bad for me. They bully me every day for beating me, and I feel like I learned that through my life, and that's how I get so much competitor, and I want to win every single time, no matter what takes. And I know all my teammates want to win too, and sometimes it's hard to not get the result.
Is there a story you have of being the youngest of 5 brothers? You felt bullied, or sometime you beat them in some way that stands out in your mind from your childhood?
Yeah, 100%. That's always that's what I got always. My when I was a child, playing with them and with my dad, learning the game, and always it was about win. Nothing else mattered the most. Doesn't matter how hard you hit it, how hard you catch a ball, but win.
This portion of the podcast brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
Yeah.
There's a place you may be able to go to.
Where?
The All-Star game.
Ooh.
What would that mean to you to make the All-Star team? If not this year, sometime in the future.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that every player wants to be an All-Star, obviously. But I want to focus on what I have right now. I feel then, I'm not good at have goals in a long way. I've been have better result when I'm focusing on what I have right now, and whatever happens in the future happens, and if not, I'd be happy to just come out there at the field and compete with my teammates. If that's the case, I gotta be very happy and glad to represent the Chicago White Sox in the All-Star.
To get to that place, considering where you were last year.
Yeah, 100%, especially where I was last year. That's gotta be so huge for me.
Being clutch. How do you become a clutch hitter? Is that something on your mind? How does it? Because some people can do it, others can't. You seem to have a knack for it.
Like I said before, I just want to help my teammates. I just want to help my team, especially when I come scoring positions. I wanna, I wanna have that on my mind, and this run make a big impact on this game right now. So that's always when I come with running scoring position. That's my mindset. I just think about this run gotta have a big impact on this game, and that's, sometimes I put so much pressure, and I feel like that was a little bit too much. But I like being out there and play under pressure. I feel that's where I take the best out of me.
So sometimes you try to do too much.
Yeah, 100%.
And there's a balance,
100%.
a little difference that's very big between trying to stay in the moment and then not trying to do too much.
Yeah, 100%. That's happened. Obviously, sometimes you go out there and you try to do too much, and you have to believe in the guy behind you, and how let the game take care of himself.
All right, a few more questions. You're going to LA and you're going to be facing your former team. What's that going to be like?
Oh, I'm ready. I've been thinking about this day a little bit, and I'm excited to be back there and play against them for sure.
Why are you excited?
Just be back there, play against my old teammates, and see them again, especially see 𝗵𝗶 having a good year this year too, and just hang out with them and talk a little bit, and hopefully we win the series.
Yeah. Is there a part of you that's like, you guys traded me, all right? This is what you're missing.
Yeah. I feel that's sometimes part of the business. I feel, this, at the end of the day, I feel this was the best for my career. I feel I'm in the right spot. I'm with the right persons, and that's what I want to focus on, and go back there, just have fun and compete against them, and obviously they one of the best teams in baseball, and go out there and compete against them is always good.
What has 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗹 meant for your career?
Oh, yeah, 𝗵𝗵𝗶 means a lot for me for sure. Since day one, I remember get called up first day. He went to me and said, "Oh, we gotta talk tonight," and I was so scared. And then you
were so scared.
Yeah, and it was my first day out there, and future Hall of Fame come to you and when I talk to you, I was like, oh, but I have one of the best conversations that I have for my life with 𝗵𝗶𝗶 that night, and I think that mattered for me so much, and that's why I always put him on the top, because it's not only being a good player, it's be a leader and take care about your teammates and worry about them too.
What can you share with us about what he said to you that one night?
Oh, we talk about a lot of stuff, especially in the game. Like, it's sometimes get hard. Mm-hmm. At that point, I wasn't, playing that much too, and he just let me understand me to where I am and where, my work was at the time, mm-hmm. and don't get a little, frustrated for playing time or what you cannot control or stuff like that. Then really, take a little bit of your game plan. And that was big for me at the moment, and I feel like I take that for my whole career.
What are you learning about 𝗻𝗶𝗶𝗹 as a manager?
Oh, it's great. Everything that I can say about Will is good things. I feel he, especially with this young group of guys, and he always like trying to teach us and stay on calm means a lot for everybody or us, because sometimes we make some errors, stuff like that, and we used to not do it. And then, always he give you the confidence to, go out there and continue competing, and that means a lot for everybody here.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to talk too much during the game, right? Is that accurate to say, like to the players?
I feel like that it's not many people talking during the game. Everybody's focused because, like, he got a job, then he have to see a lot of stuff than we don't, and then it's a hard job for him to focus on a lot of stuff. We only focus on one stuff at a time.
Yeah.
And then I feel like, but obviously the confidence that he has every time that you look at him is huge for us.
Yeah. Will he come to you, I guess, after the game, before the game, and is there a conversation that stands out for you that you've had with him?
Yeah, 100%. Like, he always has his door open for anybody want to have a conversation with him, and he always on the locker room walking around, and he always talk to you and let you know, like, oh, what do you think about this, or how they can help us to get better, and that's very important for everybody here.
All right, one last question. It's about the team. I know the wins haven't been there like you want them to be. A lot of close games.
Yeah.
A lot of close games. Where do you see this team going?
Oh, I think right now we know in the spot than we want to be, but I feel we're way better than we've been last year. And like you say, it's a lot of close game, one-run games. Then a lot of them, especially I feel then half of them we could win. And that's why I think for us is the main thing is how we learn to win games. That's the big thing, because in this league it's not a lot of games then you gotta win 7-1, 8-1, like big gaps. It's a lot of games then it's one-run games, two-run games, and one swing can change it all. And I feel that one play can change it all, and I think that's something that we need to get better on for sure.
This has been great talking with you, Miguel. I love just how far you've come. Something tells me you want to go a little further.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, how big of a career can you have? What kind of player can you be in this league?
I want to be, I don't know what kind of player I can be, but I want to be the player who really impact on the game on the good way, especially on winnings and the winning side. I want to be the player who always root for win and always root for their teammates, and for the always the fans come here every day and show love for us is what important. That's what matters for me the most.
I'm looking forward to White Sox fans coming and wearing a Vargas jersey.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah, I have especially when my family come and they see a couple jersey, they get super happy, and I'm.
So you've seen some?
Yeah, I see some. Not many, yeah, but
It takes a little time.
100%. But that's something that always you see those type of stuff. You always like, oh, I'm in the good direction right now.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout for some Miguel Vargas jerseys. Sure. All right, appreciate it. Miguel Vargas here on the White Sox Podcast. 𝗁𝗏 𝗂𝗏, take it away.
All right, Chuck, this edition of the White Sox Podcast is over.